Aso, there's a city in western Japan where the main castle survived World War II firebombing, every major earthquake, and 400 years of everything else, and nobody's entirely sure how. Himeji is one of those places where a wrong guess about timing means you spend half the trip in a queue or on the wrong side of a mountain. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. I mapped out the whole 3 days into a template you can grab, the links in the description. Spring and fall are the postcard seasons, but honestly, Himeji rewards you whenever you show up winter weekdays. You might have the castle keep almost to yourself. And summer? Well, bring water. Day 1 is the reason you came, a wooden castle that shouldn't still exist. Gardens built on samurai ruins, and the walk back through town. Himeji Castle is the real thing, original wood and plaster, not a concrete replica like most Japanese castles. It's one of only 12 castles in the country with an authentic wooden keep, and it's by far the largest of those 12. The approach is a slow, deliberate escalation. You pass through gate after gate up, winding stone paths, the walls climbing higher, the corridors narrowing, until you're at the top with the whole city below you. Get here by 9 in the morning because the interior staircases are one-way foot traffic and tour buses show up at midday and turn the keep into a traffic jam. 5 minutes from the castle exit, 9 Edo-style gardens sit on the actual ground where samurai residences used to stand. They were built in 1992, not the 1600s, and the honesty of that is more interesting than pretending otherwise. Real site, traditional design, modern construction. After all that stone and climbing, this is the palate cleanser. Water sounds, moss, cedar smell, and koi the size of your forearm surfacing in the ponds. The combo ticket with the castle saves you money, and the tea house serves matcha looking out over the water. Bring cash for that part. Otemae is the broad boulevard that connects the station straight to the castle gate, and you'll walk it whether you plan to or not. The name literally means in front of the main gate, which is exactly what it is. This has been the castle approach road for centuries. Step out of the station, and the castle is right there at the far end, framed by trees, getting bigger as you walk toward it. Evening is the move. On the way back, the day trippers have caught their trains. The light is good, and the convenience stores along here are your best bet for affordable food before the station. Day 2 shifts from city to mountain. A gondola up a sacred peak, a 1,000-year-old temple where Tom Cruise filmed a movie, and a covered arcade back in town for dinner. The Shoshazan Ropeway is a gondola that carries you up forested slopes toward Engyōji Temple, with views opening up over the city and toward the Seto Inland Sea. The mountain has been sacred for over 1,000 years. Pilgrims used to hike the whole thing, and you still can, but it's over an hour uphill through forest. By the time you step off the gondola, the city noise is gone, replaced by wind and cedars and distant temple bells. Go early because the buses arrive mid-morning, and check the last gondola down if you're visiting in winter. The schedule shrinks and you do not want to hike down in the dark. Engyōji is a sprawling temple complex on the summit, founded in the late 900s by a Tendai Buddhist monk. The Maniden Hall clings to the cliffside on wooden pillars, the same cantilever architecture as Kyoto's famous Kiyomizu-dera, but with a fraction of the visitors. Tall cedars filter the light into shafts, incense drifts from halls that haven't changed their routines in centuries, and the air is noticeably cooler up here than the city below. Budget at least 2 hours, because the complex is spread out across the mountaintop, and the stone paths between buildings take time. Back near the station, Miyuki-dori is a covered shopping arcade where actual Himeji residents eat and shop. Tourists are the minority here. Kamaboko, the local fish cake, is a Himeji specialty sold up and down the street, and Harima region sake is another. The covered roof means rain or cold don't matter. Warm light from shop entrances, the smell of grilled food, the hum of a working street winding down for the evening. Come hungry and graze your way through. Just know that smaller stalls are cash only and some shops close as early as 6. Day 3 is the quiet one. A dawn castle view from a hilltop nobody finds, a shrine tied to a samurai princess, and a century-old sake brewery to finish the trip. Otokoyama Haisui'ike Park is a city water reservoir on a hilltop northwest of the castle, and that mundane description hides one of the best castle views in Japan. At sunrise, the white walls catch first light, while the city below is still in shadow. The castle emerging from morning mist is the shot that makes people ask where you took it. Almost nobody comes here, even during peak seasons, because it's a reservoir park, not a tourist stop. Take a taxi before dawn. The walk from most hotels is long and uphill, and you don't want to arrive late. Check the forecast the night before because heavy clouds kill the sunrise entirely. A 10-minute walk from the reservoir park, Senhime Tenmangu is a small hilltop shrine named after Princess Sen, granddaughter of the man who unified Japan. Her life was dramatic enough for several novels. She survived a siege at Osaka Castle as a teenager, remarried, and eventually retired to Himeji, where her husband's family owned the castle. The shrine grounds are quiet, free to enter, and give you another elevated angle of the white castle against the city grid below. It's small, and it won't take long, but it adds a human story to the castle you've been looking at for 2 days. Realize that someone actually lived that history. Nadagiku is a century-old sake brewery still operating out of its original wooden buildings in one of Japan's premier sake-producing regions. The tour takes you through traditional brewing facilities with that yeasty, slightly sweet fermentation smell filling the old kura. The on-site restaurant Maigura serves gyunabe Himeji-style beef hot pot, and it pairs with their sake in a way that suggests the menu was designed by someone who genuinely cares about both. Reserve the tour and restaurant ahead of time, especially on weekends, because this isn't a tourist attraction, it's a working brewery, and the bookings reflect that. 3 days in Himeji and you've climbed a survivor, stood on a mountaintop that's been sacred since the 900s, and ended it all with sake and hot pot. Not a bad arc. I put the full 3-day route into an editable template with a map view so you can adapt it to your pace. The links in the description and pinned comment. Let me know which stop you'd add or skip, and drop your Himeji questions in the comments.